Warren Buffett could walk past you today and you might not notice. No flashy watch, no loud logo, just a quiet stride and a plan. Here's the odd rule hiding in plain sight. Keep fixed costs under 50% of take-home pay. If the real power lives in the quiet, what else are you missing? Look where outcomes pile up. People who spend quietly often save loudly. Their savings rate, income kept after expenses, regularly tops 30%. That number buys room to maneuver. It lowers panic. It raises peace. So why do so few follow it when the math is simple? This is Wealth Mentor Pro, where every lesson is a step closer to your freedom. Today we're unpacking a single claim that will shape the next minutes, and if you apply it, your next years. Why only the top 1% truly master stealth wealth? Warren Buffett-inspired. If wealth were only about income, every high earner would feel free. They don't. Because the game is not about what you show, it's about what you protect. Keep listening. The way you buy everything is about to shift. Think of stealth wealth as navigation, not camouflage. A clear route with fewer billboards. Example, you skip the $300 logo sneakers and buy unbranded $60 shoes that last 2 years. Same comfort, less noise. The goal isn't to be cheap for sport, it's to manage signal. Pull up your last 20 purchases and tag each one in your head, signal or support. Support is rent, food, tools that make you better. Signal is status for strangers. If you let Signal lead, your calendar fills with payments that don't serve you. What happens when you cut Signal spend for 1 month? Something quiet appears, space to decide without the crowd. Here's a truth you felt but rarely name. Attention is expensive. Every visible upgrade invites new expectations. Buy a $1,200 phone on a 24-month plan, and you didn't just buy a device. You rented comparison for 2 years. It's subtle, it's heavy. How far does that weight reach into your choices? Stay on the same map. When water gets rough, sailors don't floor the engine. They trim the sail. Example, schedule automatic transfers every Friday, $100 to an emergency buffer, $150 to long-term, $50 to skills that could raise income within 90 days. No applause, no debate, just rhythm. Set a $10 daily auto transfer you won't touch for 90 days. It's small on purpose, small enough to keep, big enough to change your month. Skip this, and even tiny storms can sink big plans. Keep it, and you'll feel the first real lift. Not more stuff, but more control. Why do the top 1% seem calmer during chaos? Because invisible cash buys visible freedom. When a boss pushes, they can say no. When markets dip, they can buy time. That's leverage you can feel. So what's the message they send to banks, partners, and gatekeepers without posting a single thing? Let's tighten the compass. Navigation becomes radar. Buffett's vibe treats status noise like weather. Notice it, don't obey it. Example, set a stealth ceiling. Any single purchase above $200 waits 24 hours. You'll be shocked how many needs vanish overnight. If you ignore this, lifestyle inflation shows up like a subscription you forgot to cancel, renewing monthly, stealing focus. There's also a quieter metric steering your reputation long before your net worth does. What is it? Here's the quiet truth behind the noise. Stealth wealth isn't hiding, it's messaging. Your money tells a story. To the outside world, it says very little. To your future self, it speaks in compounding paragraphs. And since clarity matters, let's repeat the spine once more. Why only the top 1% truly master stealth wealth? Warren Buffett-inspired. They master it because they control the message their spending sends. Quick favor that helps the whole community. Drop one category you plan to shrink this month. Transport, clothes, or gadgets. Your idea might unlock someone else's breathing room. Rule 1. Separate display money from decision money. Display money is what the world can see. Decision money is what builds your life. When you split them, your choices sharpen. Example, keep a $500 monthly stage card for restaurants and clothes, while 20% of income auto-moves into accounts nobody sees. Name 2 checking accounts in your head, Stage and Engine. Engine gets your pay first, funds savings, investments, and bills, then rests. Stage gets the allowance you can burn without guilt. The benefit is discipline without drama. You see leaks immediately. Add friction. Stage's card sits in your wallet. Engine's card stays at home. If you're tempted to move money mid-month, cap transfers at $100 per day. When Stage runs dry on the 25th, the lesson arrives without debt. You adjust the next month, not your future. Rule 2, buy time first, status never. Purchases that create hours, cleaning help, a better commute, smarter tools, pay you back in judgment and energy. You either earn more or rest deeper. Both are profitable. Example, spend $40 to outsource a 2-hour chore this Saturday, then use those 2 hours to finish a certification module that can add $200 a month within 3 months. Start with 1 weekly time buy, grocery delivery, a closer gym for $10 more that saves 30 minutes a day, or software that cuts repetitive work. Track a time dividend. If $1 buys 5 minutes, that's $12 per hour. Aim to beat your current hourly rate. As income rises, raise your standard. This won't look impressive on social, which is why it quietly compounds. Rule 3, keep your cost of self low and your story boring. Cost of self is your fixed monthly needs: rent, utilities, transport, food. Keep them at or below 50% of take-home. Boring means purchases blend in. The result is resilience. You can take a lower pay, higher trajectory role, or endure a lean quarter without panic. Example, instead of a $600 car payment, buy a reliable $8,000 used car and send $400 a month to your life systems, cash buffer, retirement, or a skills fund. Negotiate 1 bill this week and aim to drop it by $20. That's $240 a year for a 5-minute call. Consider a roommate for 12 months to cut rent by $400, or move 1 transit zone to save $60 a month and add a 12-minute walk that clears your head. Build a 6-month cash buffer, one $100 transfer at a time. If a purchase demands an explanation, it probably raises your cost of self. Let it pass. You might be thinking, where does all this point? Back to that hidden signal. Lenders, partners, and sharp eyes weigh consistency more than a watch. A steady 25% saved for 12 months beats erratic bursts of 50% for 2. Consistency whispers, I keep promises to myself. That's the tone trust follows. Let's connect the dots. Early on, we asked what the stealthy rich know that you don't. They know attention drains resources. They know private systems beat public performances. They know a $30 habit repeated 100 times is louder than one $3,000 splurge. And they know the map without billboards gets you there faster because you stop pulling over to admire yourself. Here's the 1-minute ritual that stitches all of this into daily life. Each evening, run a radar check on your transactions. Pick one and ask 3 questions. Did this buy me time? Did this lower a future cost? Did this build a skill I can monetize within 90 days? If none are true, flag it. Do this for 30 days, and your costliest signals will glow like neon. You'll know exactly what to dial down, without guilt, without drama. Remember that parking lot image, the 10-year-old sedan, the coffee stain on the console. The point was never the car. It was optionality. If markets fall 20%, you don't panic. You purchase time. If a job turns toxic, you walk with your head high. If a friend needs help, you can wire $500 in 10 seconds and keep moving. That's the quiet strength you're building. Grounded, repeatable, unflashy. Stealth wealth isn't austerity. It's enjoyment that doesn't ask strangers for permission. Choose the route with fewer billboards. Set a compass you check once, then trust. Keep the 3 rules close. Separate display from decision, buy time before status, keep your cost of self low, and your story boring. Around week 4, cravings dim, goals grow louder. People stop guessing your net worth because it no longer introduces you before you speak. If you want the whole idea in one line, here it is. Freedom equals cash flow times. Time horizon, divided by attention leaks. Raise the first 2. Lower the last one. You don't need perfect timing. You need consistent systems you'll follow when nobody's watching. You're not copying a portfolio here. You're adopting a posture. The Buffett posture is simple. Be fascinated by compounding, uninterested in applause. In practice, read more than you post, automate more than you vow, and track 4 lines weekly. Income, outflow, buffer, savings rate. 4 lines, 5 minutes, lifelong effects. Before you go, tell me below which category you'll quiet first this month. Transport, clothes, or gadgets. Your comment might be the nudge someone needs today. You've been with Wealth Mentor Pro. Subscribe for more deep, practical episodes and keep the momentum by watching the video we pick next for you.